Hi everybody, it's Oksana and I'm excited to share with you today my September favorites. On a side note, oh my gosh, I cannot believe it's already October. I feel like the summer just went by so quickly. I love the fall. It is my favorite season, so I'm super excited for fall. Although with like the 85 degrees that it's out right now where I live, it's kind of hard to get into fall at this point. Like I can't wear any of my fall clothes or anything like that, but there are lots of pumpkins everywhere, so like in stores and stuff like that, so we do have that. So let me just jump right in. I have lots of random things here, makeup and food, all kinds of stuff. So I'm gonna start with this foundation. This is the Gabriel Dual Powder Foundation in light beige. I did a review on this, which I will link if you're interested. This is what it looks like. It's been used a lot, so you can tell it doesn't, it used to have like a little symbol in here that got worn away. It actually has a little secret compartment with a sponge that, as you can see, I don't use it all, but I love applying this either with my big Ecru bronzing brush, which works excellent, and recently I also, gosh, my hair is on here, this is gross. I found this brush that I've had for a while. This is from Everyday Minerals. It's their angled flat top brush, and this is another favorite, and I love this brush. So today I actually applied it with this brush. It's just excellent for more precision. It's much smaller than that Ecru one, so if you want to get, you know, really right around your nose, and this also is, because it's smaller, it feels more dense, like the bristles really don't flop around and like move around. This is an excellent brush if you're looking for a good mineral makeup brush. And this foundation, I am wearing this right now. It's a little dark, but it kind of makes my face match my body because I got quite a bit of color on my body, but my face was so pale because I'm always wearing mineral makeup, which acts as a sunscreen. Zinc oxide and titanium dioxide actually, you know, block the sun, reflect the rays away. So what was I gonna say? So this gives great coverage. It's very soft, it's very creamy, it just feels nice on your face, it looks nice. I really like it. And you can buy a refill of this as well. It'll be a little cheaper. It's in like the low $20 range with the compact, and I think the refill maybe like $19, depends on where you look online versus in Whole Foods. And another favorite has been this concealer from Suds. This is their blemish cover up. This is the yellow based color. I think this is the light yellow based one, but I don't know, it just says yellow based. So here's what it looks like. I have a little sample pot. I think this was around $3. I got it kind of a long time ago, and this is excellent for covering up blemishes. I've had some breakouts, and so I've been using this to cover them up. Like I have, I don't know, a pimple here and then one right there that you can probably see no matter what I put on it, because it's kind of, once it's, you know, in the drying up like phase, it's kind of hard to cover because you see the bump no matter what. So this little brush from Ecru, just a tiny little lip brush, dipped right in, gives you great precision for covering up a blemish. This has great coverage, so it works really excellent for a face concealer. And how I like to use it is I will apply my foundation, so I have this powder on, then I will see what is still showing through the foundation. I take this little brush, you know, I kind of dab it on the pimple directly, blot it a little bit with my finger just to give it a light blend. I don't want to blend it away because I really want the coverage there. And then I take a light fluffy brush like this with a little bit more of the powder, and I just kind of set it. So it's sandwiched in between powder, so to speak. And it lasts all day on my face. It works really great on my face. It does crease a tiny bit under my eyes, so it's not really my concealer of choice under here, but for a face concealer, it's excellent. So let's see, what should I show you next? I will show you these two lip colors next because they are fabulous. So from Silk Naturals, what I have on my lips right now is Believer. and I've worn it in some previous videos as well. It's just such a pretty berry color. I don't know what took me this long to discover this. I just recently bought it, but it's been out for a while. I think I was afraid it was going to be really red. I might have owned it at one point also, and then my mom took it from me because I was like, I think this is going to be too red, you can have it. But actually it does not look too red on my lips, I don't think at all. I think it's a beautiful berry. It's definitely, you know, got that cool tone, you know, a little underlying purple to it. Just very pretty. And I like that a lot. Gorgeous color for fall. And another color that I absolutely have been loving is called Sweet Nothing. And this is so pretty. It's gonna look kind of weird in the swatch. It looks so dark, but it's really sheer. It's like, it's described as a sheer plum, but it really doesn't look particularly purple. It almost looks like a brownish color, but it's very cool toned. Like, it does have some plum tones to it. And it's quite sheer. It's like a sheer vampy lip, if you know what I mean. So because it's sheer, it's so wearable, and you can kind of build it up to more if you want to, or wear it like this, and it just, again, so pretty for fall. Love this. So those are the two lip colors I wanted to show you. Then I wanted to show you this 5-in-1 BB Advanced Performance Cream Eyeshadow from bareMinerals. I just did a little review and demo if you want to kind of see this in more detail. But I've been using this as a base underneath my eyeshadows, and I really like it. I like that it kind of evens out the color of my lids and brightens it up. So like on its own, it looks really nice. You get that brightened effect like you're wearing, you know, concealer or foundation on your eyelids or something. But as a primer, it's nice because, you know, the eyeshadows go on to it nicely onto this like nice evened out, you know, color. And so it makes my eyeshadows look nice. It makes them last well. When I'm wearing it on my own, I notice that I do have to set it, but I'm wearing it underneath eyeshadows. The eyeshadows kind of set it. I am wearing it today underneath my eyeshadows, and it lasts all day that way. The only way it creases is if I don't put anything on top of it at all. So it has just the tiniest bit of like goldeny sheen, which you may see. It has tiny little sparkles if you look closely. But it doesn't look sparkly, I don't think. I think it just gives it a little bit of a glow. And the color that I have is called Soft Linen. So I have been liking that. And then another thing, this is more of a technique, I guess. This is kind of a technique, yes, I think is what you would call it. So this is for making your powder foundation look really nice and like you're wearing a liquid or a cream foundation, to make it not powdery, you know, especially if you have dry skin, or you don't have to have dry skin for this, but I feel like powder makeup can look a little bit too powdery, too dry on dry skin, so you may benefit from this tip regardless of your skin type. But what I do is I have my George's Aloe. You can use, you know, anything. You can use like water, spring water or something. Put that in a little spray bottle. Then I have my fractionated coconut oil, which the bottle is so gross, but this is from TKB Trading. I use this for pressing. And don't be scared by the word oil. This is used in a lot of oil-free makeup and skincare because the full name for this is capric caprylic triglycerides, and so there technically is not the word oil in there if the company chooses to use that long wording, and so they write oil-free on the packaging, but it technically is an oil. It has been kind of separated out of the coconut oil, like the solid fat has been separated out, and that's why it's a completely clear liquid, kind of like the way coconut oil looks like when it's melted, except this is always going to stay this way, and it's a very lightweight oil that sinks in very quickly. And my skin is very picky about oils and very, you know, breakout prone and acne prone, and this works wonderfully. So do not be scared. This is probably like the least likely oil to break you out. So what I have here is I have my George's Aloe, and then you can probably see the oil floating on top, nice little layer of the oil right on top there. I shake this up, and then I spray my Beauty Blender sponge with this very nicely, not all over, just right here at the very top. Get it nice and soaked. So the oil really is key to this, because otherwise you're just going to be wetting your face, and then sometimes powder makeup, if you've ever applied it wet or sprayed it with just water afterwards, it kind of, when it dries, it can have that tightening feeling. So the oil is going to prevent that. And then I just go over my face with this. I just kind of dab, dab, dab it all over. I start with the driest areas first. I start with the cheeks, and then I just kind of go over the rest of my face. And then if you look in the mirror right before you did this and right after, it's just like a huge difference. It's like you are wearing a liquid or a cream foundation. It like creamifies your foundation, your powder foundation. So it's wonderful. That is my technique. And then the next thing I want to show you, actually let me show you these brushes first. So this particular one, see, like it looks like a little tiny kabuki, like an eye kabuki. I have been using with another favorite of mine, which is the Ecru concealer powder from the All Natural Face. I need to buy more. I want to have a larger pan of this, but I pressed it in this tiny pan, and it's kind of a pain because it's so small, but this brush fits into it. So I use this to set my under eye concealer, and it is fantastic. I love this stuff. I usually have never been a fan of powder underneath my eyes, either to use it as concealer or to set concealer. It just always made things cakey. It always made things look dry and powdery. But this is a really nice powder. It adds a little bit of coverage, has a wonderful brightening effect. If you're pale, you know, I would recommend this. If you are tan, maybe look for a darker color, because this is quite light and it's not that sheer. So you are going to get that, you know, brightening effect is going to be visible. But I love this. It's so creamy, and it just sets my concealer wonderfully, and I've stopped having smudging problems as well with mascaras and eyeliners and stuff, because I set them really well with this powder now. So back to the brushes, which is what I started with. These are the SixPlus brand brushes. No, can you see that? Is this upside down? It is upside down. All right, SixPlus. I bought them on eBay kind of a long time ago, and they are various kind of sizes and angle. You got a regular little eye kabuki, you got a flat top, you got an angled flat top, got a little pencil one, and I don't know what you call this one, but you got that too. And they are just extremely good quality, very soft, dense, you know, they don't shed. They're just fantastic brushes. They are synthetic brushes, and I forget the exact price because it was a while ago, and I'm sure it's eBay, so it changes all the time. But it was quite affordable. I'm not one to spend ridiculous amounts of money for brushes, so these were very affordable. They make larger size kabuki brushes as well, you know, kind of more like this, and they're just wonderful. I highly recommend this brand, and I recommend this brush in particular for setting under eye powder. I think it works really, really good. Or the under eye area, setting under eye powder. So then the next thing that I wanted to show you are these headbands, including the one that I have. I'm like, which way? Where's the bow? It's right here. The one I have on my head. I've been liking headbands because my hair has been driving me insane. Let me just wipe off these lip products real quick, because I know that I'm about to get them all in my hair if I don't wipe it off. So see how it flips out like this? I hate that. It's been driving me nuts. And I've been trying to wear my hair down, and when I blow dry it, so I blow dried my hair last night, and it looks perfect. Like this whole part, I have a big rounded brush, and I turn it in, and it has that really nice, like, I can't do it right now, but you know, that really nice shape to it where it's like, and I love it. And then I sleep on it because it's very poofy. I have very thick, coarse hair, and when I first blow dry it straight, it's just kind of like, wapow. So I sleep on it, and it kind of like settles down a little bit, and the next day is when it's nice, but then it starts doing this. It starts flipping out, and I've tried like re-blow drying it again, and it just doesn't work very well. I think it's because these layers are so short. I got kind of a bad haircut that I'm trying to grow out, they're just significantly shorter than the actual hair. So I think I either need to just chop this all off and have it be, you know, normal, or just have lots of patience and let it grow out, which we'll see. I'm probably just gonna let it grow out and see what happens. But I've been liking headbands because I feel like that style looks much better with a headband. Like, I actually am okay with it like this, but when I had no headband and I just tried to wear it down, you know, like I normally would, I just don't, I don't know, I don't like the way that it looks without a headband. And I have quite a few here. This one is super cute with the little yellow flower, and this other one with the little bow. Excuse me, let me put this back in now. Now that I've showed you that portion. Okay. And what I look for in a headband is that they're very flexible. This one is kind of metal. Oh, now I'm gonna have to take it out again. See how it's metallic? So you can kind of bend it and get it to be very wide, which is nice because most headbands squish my head. I have a very big head apparently, and so these are kind of floppy too. I think this one I got from Claire's kind of a while ago, so they probably don't have that exact one. And these I think were probably in a little pack because they look very similar to each other from Target, but they're just kind of very flimsy. I look for flimsy headbands so they don't squish my head. And I do have some favorite eyeshadows as well to show you. So I did a look a little while back in, let's see which video. It was in part of my Zuzulux illuminating mosaic powder video. In the first part I'm wearing different makeup, and then the second part I'm wearing that eye look. And also my haul of all my scarves and shoes and clothes I just did, I'm wearing these eyeshadows. So the first one is Grassroots Green from Silk Naturals, and the second one is Torrent from Silk Naturals. And this just makes me think of fall, these two colors together, the beautiful green. It's like an emerald green, it's so pretty. And Torrent is not a color that I really ever gravitate towards. I'm a little bit scared by these kinds of bronzy shades, but I thought that this looked really nice together in combination. I had that one kind of not all over my lid, but like out here. I lined my bottom lashes with Torrent as well, so I just really liked it, and this just makes me happy because it makes me think of fall. And let's see what else. I think I only have two things left to show you, and they are both food related. So I have been obsessed with these freeze-dried fruit. I've tried them before in the past, and then I just kind of, I haven't shopped at Trader Joe's too much, so I just stopped buying them. Recently I've been going to Trader Joe's again, so I picked up these freeze-dried bananas and mangoes. These two are my favorites, especially because they are not organic. So bananas and mangoes are on like the clean list for if you're not going to buy organic. They don't have as much pesticides, and because you're removing, it has like a thicker peel, you're removing most of the pesticides. So they're on that list. That's okay. That's why I prefer to buy those two. However, they have a large variety of other berries. They have blueberries, which I've tried and they're amazing. They have strawberries and raspberries, which I found both of them to be a little too sour. I do like them, but you definitely get quite a bit of sourness with them. And I think that's all for the ones that I've tried, yes. I have found organic freeze-dried fruit berries on Vitacost, but I have not ordered them because they're really expensive. Like, these are $3 something. I think one of these might even be like $2.99, maybe the bananas. But raspberries and blueberries and strawberries, the organic versions of these that you can find on Vitacost, I think is like $5.99. And these are pretty small bags. They're not that filled. You don't get a ton of these in the packaging, so I've just been too cheap to order those. But I've been really enjoying these. If you've never tried freeze-dried anything, you should definitely try these. They're really good. They're crunchy and completely dry, but very soft and airy, and they like, I don't know, they melt in your mouth. They're really good. They're so good. And another food thing, this has been a very foodie month for me. I've been having a lot of stress. I've just been coping by, I don't know, cooking and baking. So I've been making banana muffin tops this month. I've been making a lot of muffin tops. And I didn't even know that you could just make muffin tops. I always thought that you needed like some special gadget. I love muffin tops. I thought they're like a brilliant idea when they started coming out with them, because that's the best part of the muffin. That's my favorite part of the muffin. I don't like the other part. I like that kind of, you know, the one with the nice baked crust on it. So good. So how brilliant are muffin tops? And I didn't realize that you just plop muffin dough onto like parchment paper or cookie sheet or something the way that you would a cookie. It just bakes up looking kind of like a cookie or a muffin top. That's what they are. You don't need a special instrument or anything. So now that I've discovered that, I've been making a lot. And I will leave the recipe below if you're interested. I think it's Tyler Florence's recipe or something like that. And basically you use bananas in there for the majority of the sweetener. The recipe does call for sugar, but I reduce it in half. I think it calls for a cup of sugar and I do half a cup, something like that. I cut it in half and I use either coconut palm sugar or maple syrup. I've tried both and they both work well to kind of healthen it up. Is that a word? Make it healthier. And that's what I use. And I also use organic sprouted whole wheat flour, and I put walnuts and raisins in them. I've tried a few different combinations, but I really like the walnuts and raisins because it's kind of like makes it banana bread type muffin tops, and they're just so good. Oh, I wish I had some right now. I'm going to include a little clip so you can see what they look like, since I don't have anything physical to show you because I ate them all. But I'm going to be baking more soon because I just got my Vitacost haul with more flour. I've been running out of flour a lot. I almost forgot this last, it's like a request, I guess, for you guys. Not a favorite or anything, but I wanted to ask, I really want to make a Q&A video, so if you have any questions for me, I would really appreciate you leaving them down below so that I can get enough questions to make a video like that. I just thought it'd be really fun and it'd be a great way for you guys to get to know me better. So if there's anything you want to ask me, it can be makeup related, it can be not makeup related, it can be about my personal life, obviously not like something super personal, but you know, anything. I mean, I have 2 kids and a husband, so anything about, you know, my life that's, you know, kind of not too private, I could talk about. And yeah, so I just wanted to ask that of you guys, is because I think that'd be a really fun video and you can get to know me better. And I've been thinking, you know, what are my viewers curious about, if anything? So let me know down below and I will be making that video for sure. So that is it. These are my favorites for the month of September. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.